So I've spent the better half of most of this week theory crafting to make a build that is more enjoyable than the double health drain elemental set that I have been using in basically every hunting horn video now, and I'm proud to say I think I've made one that is comfortable while still doing competitive damage compared to double health drain sets, but with a lot more comfort. And better yet, no augment requirements and a reasonable talisman. So without further delay, here is the build. For the weapons there is quite an abundance, but these are the highest damaging horns for each respective element. For ice, the flicker blizzard flute. For water, the echoing droth roar plus. For thunder, it's the sky tremor rumble. Dragon is the crimson clearwing. And finally, for fire is the Ophelia's grace hunting horn. For the armor pieces, you're going to need yourself the silver soul helm, the archfiend's armor borlo, silver soul braces, archfiend's armor ura, the silver soul greaves, and a talisman that has or can reach attack boost level 3. Real quickly, here are the decorations to make the set without any augments attached, so everyone can make this exact set. With the gear out of the way, I quickly want to go over the skills this setup will give us and why it's beneficial. We aim for attack boost level 7 to give all of our hits a massive damage boost. At level 7, it gives our attacks plus 10 to raw and 10% raw attack damage. Both of those go towards shockwaves, so it's quite the boost. We run element attack up 5 to gain 4 element attack, bolstering both our swings and shockwaves damage, as well as a massive 20% element damage boost. Next up, we use weakness exploit at level 3 to gain 50% affinity when hitting a weak point, so our regular swings have a 1 in 2 hit chance of being a critical, bolstering our damage higher. Next, we get critical element to level 3 to further boost our melee swings elemental damage by 15% on critical hits. With all of that critical stuff, we of course are running critical boost level 3 to make all of our critical hits do 40% more damage. We run maximum might level 3 with hunting horn to give us an insane 30% affinity while our stamina is max, which should be theoretically every time we get a decent opening to hit the monster, as hunting horn does not use stamina on attacks, putting us up to 80% affinity passively. We also run chain crit at level 3, which upon hitting multiple times gives a large element and raw attack boost, which should be happening very regularly as hunting horn's shockwaves count as extra hits, meaning this will be up nearly always for quite the boost in damage. As with all hunting horn sets, you should have 1 point in Horn Maestro to improve overall performance speed and our shockwaves damage. And the final skill the set gives us 1 point of element exploit. I'm not 100% sure on how this works, but from my understanding, if you hit a monster's elemental weak point over a certain threshold, it will give a 10% element damage increase to that attack. As for weapon augments, it will depend. With this setup, I recommend going for 3 elements up and 1 attack up. Worth noting, if you're using a horn that only has a level 1 rampage decoration slot, it is 100% worth to get the rampage decoration augment, so you can use the anti-species jewel with the hunting horn for a 5% raw attack boost against the correct monsters. As for the armor augments, it's a bit more difficult to suggest what to run for, but I personally recommend slots over everything else, unless you get the opportunity to add a major skill to an item such as weakness exploit, crit element, attack up, or maximum might. I hope you've enjoyed this elemental hunting horn build video, and let me know if you want to see a revamped build for the raw set I made a while back. As you probably noticed, there are a lot of leftover decoration slots in the build. Based on what talismans, augments, and weapons you choose, all 3 of those things, extra decoration slots, can go towards comfort skills or more raw affinity. But as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.